Welcome back to the Kaspa Silver YouTube channel. In today's video, we have a ton of news topics to go over, so let's go ahead and get into it. To start, the current price of Kaspa is currently sitting at 871 cents, and if we're looking at the market cap, it's sitting at $2.2 billion with the current volume in the last 24 hours of $61.9 million. The current ranking for Kaspa is sitting at 41. The current supply is sitting at 26.25 billion Kaspa. This is equivalent to about 91.49% mined, and the hash rate is sitting at 1.09 exahashes. The next reduction for the block reward is going to be in 2 days, and that new reward is going to be 5.19 Kaspa per block. The current block reward is sitting at 5.50 Kaspa per block. The current active amount of addresses is 528,276. If we are looking at supply that has not been moved in a certain period of time, in over 3 months, there's about 68.39% of the supply that has not moved at all. In 6+ months, it's currently sitting at 51.32%. In 1+ year, it's sitting at 31.97%. In 2+ years, it's sitting at 12.71%. And 3+ years, 3.57% of the supply has not moved in over 3 years. Now let's get into some Kaspa topics here. So first off, Kaspa KII has announced that they're going to be putting a node in space. They say here, introducing the Kaspa Orbital Node Initiative, KONI. We're sending a Kaspa node into space for decentralization, for resilience, for the future. Why space? No borders, passive validation from orbit, resilience beyond Earth, a symbol of cryptographic neutrality. We're opening the KONI mission to collaborators and partners from the Kaspa community. Also, Kaspa KII has actually released a roadmap for 2025. It says our roadmap for expanding KII's priority enterprise-grade block DAG solutions and initiatives across key industries. And it talks about what they're going to be doing in each quarter of this year. And the links to all of this are going to be down below in the description so you can take a more deeper look into it. Next, we have Kaspa KII also teasing their ZX exchange, which is where you're going to be able to trade clean energy. And so this is going to be really interesting exchange. But as you can see, they are already testing this. They also revealed something called Kaspa KII Electrum, which is an Electrum smart contract dashboard. Deploy, manage, and analyze your EVM and WASM contracts on Kaspa's Electrum layer. So really interesting stuff is being built in the background, and Kaspa KI is teasing some stuff there. Next, we have the Kaspa Ecosystem Foundation announcing that Hans Moog has just joined Kaspa and was granted core researcher and has received a grant to start working on the Kaspa network. It says here, after years of contributing to IOTA research agenda, Hans began seeking a project whose architecture and values fully align with his vision for decentralization and long-term impact. So really great to have another person join the core team, which is really important because we do need to decentralize the amount of developers that are working on Kaspa. Next, the Kaspa Ecosystem Foundation also announced that they have rebranded their whole entire website. So you can go take a look at the new website and see how it looks. Over here, we have someone from the French Kaspa community that built a peanut dispenser that dispenses nuts after receiving Kaspa. So really cool that people are trying to come up with new ways on how to integrate Kaspa so that it can be used in the real world. But as you can see here, after sending the transaction to this peanut dispenser, it dispenses the peanuts. Really cool that this stuff is possible on the Kaspa network. Next, IGV.com had just announced that in just days, we're close to 100+ crypto gift card orders, and 60% of all those orders were paid in Kaspa. So really great to see that Kaspa is being the main cryptocurrency used when it comes to purchasing things like gift cards online. And this is what I always recommend people, that if you do want to buy a gift card, please use the Kaspa network because it is so easy to do and it supports the network. Next, Julian had announced that Kaspa and Swissborg may be having a listing coming. So they recently announced that there is a public voting phase so that you can list for the top coins to be on their platform, and Kaspa is on that list. And if we're looking at the current list, you can see that Kaspa is sitting at number 2 with 929 votes, and then Alphium is first here with over 4,000. I don't know, that kind of seems like it may be botted just because of the amount that is so much higher than everyone else, but nonetheless, Kaspa is in the top 2 here when it comes to votes, so it does mean that there is a future potential of a listing for Kaspa on this other platform. Next, LCX announced that Kaspa is now live, and this is a Euro trading pair. Next, we had Castle Wallet announcing that it is going to be supporting layer 2 solutions that are coming to Kaspa. And I personally have been testing the Castle Wallet app, and the stuff that is on there is actually really, really good. You could see here that first off, one of the features that I really like is when you initially set up the wallet, you are never forced to actually see your seed phrase, and instead the only way you can see your seed phrase is if you voluntarily choose to do so. Another great feature of this Castle wallet is that it has multiple addresses support, and not only does it have that support, you can choose which addresses you spend your Kaspa funds so that you can actually organize which address is actually going to spend your Kaspa, and this can all be done on the same seed phrase. Another cool feature that's going to be coming to the Castle Wallet app is also that Tangem is supposedly going to be supported on there, and also Ledger. So really, really cool, especially for Tangem, because this actually gives Caspians another alternative from using the Tangem app. You can actually use the Castle app instead if you want to access your funds, so you're no longer reliant on one app existing to be able to access your funds. So really, really cool design, and really excited to see what else Castle Wallet is going to be bringing for the Kaspa ecosystem. Next, we had JH here announcing that BTC Bruce and Kaspa Hype Man was pointing at the new Kaspa mining farm that is under construction, and you can see that here in this photo. So really cool that there are mining farms being built for Kaspa, and that is just a testament to people believing in the future of Kaspa. Also recently, Forbes had just released an article about Kaspa, the Israeli answer to scaling Bitcoin, and it really just dives deep into why Kaspa is the solution to scaling proof of work. Next, Kaspa Commons had announced that on June 4th, there's going to be a Rusty Kaspa workshop, and Michael Sutton and Hans is going to be discussing Rusty Kaspa performance aspects with code walkthroughs and detailed background on several tasks. Next, we have Casway that has announced that they launched their decentralized point of sale. And this is a website where you can actually set up a point of sale solution so that it is very easy for you to have a local business and be able to set up Kaspa as a payment method. Next, we had Kasplex officially launch its layer 2 public testnet. It says Kasplex ZK EVM, a fully EVM compatible base rollup built on the Kaspa network. So currently there's testing going underway for layer 2 solutions to enable smart contracts on Kaspa, and that was just launched last week. And then last but not least, IGRA's layer 2 solution testnet is also planning to be coming this week as well. So it's great to see that there is a lot of building in the ecosystem, and it's just a testament showing that Kaspa is seriously moving along here when it comes ways to start using Kaspa. Before we go, if you have not considered getting yourself a cold storage wallet so that you can secure your Kaspa off exchanges, please consider looking into the Tangem wallet here, where they have these exclusive limited edition Kaspa cards. If you use the code Kaspa Silver at the checkout, you will receive 10% off your order, and I do receive a commission for that, and it greatly does help support this channel. Tangem is a great way to hold your funds in a secure manner, and if you ever hold your funds on an exchange, you may or may not ever see those funds again if that exchange was to go bankrupt for any kind of reason. So it's extremely important that you do self-custody your Kaspa. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new around here, and as always, don't be average, be different.